Omurubiri okubwatia nigo kurigirirwa n'ebigori byonsi.
Kigima umwanchi umulia witaseni kia Ndizi TV no gosemera kwa bino kwabiriko gutwara oburigereria borobia ande ne biro binde ngo kwarigania asomorobili obwense yo bonchereria elinde twemanye ali agendete gukorekana ase sector yo ekatoro chengane chitariki sano cy'umutenyo 12 cy'umwaka w'ikiribubere 2023 Karando chenga namatukamara emerongevero kabiri kagutigara elinde tosoe asense mo Yesu kuni metumo nchumuligereria chiduka nechinyinge chigendete kwena na chi ofa bonoiga asingincho yo kwerobelia asesu gukwenene kulinde ntuchiko sanga samangi asomorobili yiga wense bonchire bono mambia elinde twemanye riagendete gonchirelia ase sector yo akarongoli ngalitkoneria Jumanne sabonchirelia bange babere bagoikerana ase chiro iya nyakoe asingincho yoko n'ibintu na wego nimetenga abagoli babere bagoikasi nsemecho elinda kwane kyanga ngugara bali keli batabu ati osikeli baganiti aho mancho muligereria asanga na Ense wetra sinambirga basi screen yago omanyinga yoko bati omoroberi koru mbindo kibiri kwa beri gokora bigoncheria ase sector yo akarangoligeria ngam akarogota tainga mangana magulinga kiara sensemo ya gesukari nga yekere ebintu biri gutumika kera lituko kerotorocenga omochanda bwiga tungo still nabo bato mochanda monene timetia batoko kare meyiga enga kiyiga ya December nga kitogo chitwaba ego manchu muligere tatebingo nga aya sensemo yago naranonye ego muchubo songo eskuma ya machikore to bokongo wake atmetwe sabonega ya iranira sechiro ekerokoliera nga embule nyingo koranga yabakegotwa yabakegokeania okuwa magweskuma ego mwanchu murigereria tomanye nga sensemo yago mbinto kibiri oroche biboreta somenyete ekero gutomanya nga nanda maguri na kyuko binyora se chiro yago omwanchu murigereria riko ujumbe yagenke wetra sinambiriga base screen yago tomanye nga igwa ikiranire chiro ritkoria Jumatatu nyogwachete se chiro ya daraja 2 utomanye bino ene byasibono igaire ngabikire ekegerumete season yiga goika tutumeke ebyasi ebinge ikindagira nchiroro tugutumika chinyinge season yiga igo asomorobele yiga litkolia rero ntuchikukumanya amange kondo manchimulira sensemo chichi mitandao asensemo ya Facebook abagotonyora gwetera Ndizi TV News Digital nabega sensemo ya YouTube gwetera Ndizi TV News asensemo ya website nabagotonyora gwetera www.ndizitv.net iretere ne Fridah Kerubo nolio kwaneke abana chibi channel yogira gwikira sole asinchira ya bene nerenya nchama Abigail togo chaka ase ariagendete gukorekana asinse ya Kenya kero kurigereria omanchu murigeria ekyombe ngeroro gikuru kwa nga KEBS ne kyombe akora se serikali kigo chikyarigereria igoro ye standard yebintu biri to gutumika kiralituko anga gitumwa nchumurire nya kwabere gukugora ibintu binge ngonyorore bibekire agantu nakamuuri korunsaga abunga KEBS igo ekerokoro chenga bibekira gasakara ko ga KEBS kurugabu ngaiko bono mbianche ire ne serikali ande ne biyabire asobotumiki bwa mwanya bantu aigo gento kende gyonsi okorigereri kwara arigereri na kiyegente kyo ngyanchire na KEBS no nabonchereria bange kero bago chako bonchereria babo onye no korose gwese ne sabuni onye no korose megati ekyombe kyongo chikere kyarigereri nga ambaikiraneti chi standard chiri KEBS yeganeti ankonyorore nga for example kero to gutumika chi sabuni osekero gutumika omugati chi chemicals inchiro rokonyora chi gutumika korose for example chisabuni ankonyorore nga chikem kecho nabo monto korosi ose chikampuni chichi korosi nabo sometimes barabeke chinyinge toxins chibe chinyinge ego kero gocho gutumika mwanya bande kero gutumika ngonyorore nga chigwa factory sanguri yago ose kero no nendagirerio kori okonyora nga chi factory omo berogo ego KEBS neireteri bagari nena sense ya Kenya aso kumurikere bintu biri bikorwa chinse chiri chesko babirigere limbi yabire mbikiranitie amagani aria ikirente biamanya gosoa ase chichiro ndoro chama tukabwa ngoiga amba bete bakumurikira mafuta ya moye chingeni bete bakoene kinga tari maya asobo tumekibwa mwanya bantu amafuta yuna konyarekira ni Ense ya Kenya tia egento tutaramanyanga metikonyora abiri kagosoa ase chichiro ekero bachete ko yarenga buyega bakarigereri ngaya bachi achigutumikwa na ito beto ko yatumika nabe kagosarie mibere yeito igo mbabete bagoteba nga mafuta ayo nabwenerete abe destroyed go sasarigwe igo tabasa gosoa ase chichiro igo keps na irete libagali nena Ense ya Kenya soko ene kinga ebintu biri bigotumikwa nebikiranu bire akero mwanju muri yeto konyoranga nonya na matukabwa ngoiga amba bete bakumurikira sukari ngo igwete chinga kigete nga sukari nero ibwate mercury sukari nero ibwate mercury ikaba destroyed igo na Ense ya mafuta yekiranira sa mafuta ayu tarima ya sogo tumikwa mabete bakoene kibene na ende na chiko bakagusarigwa ne serikali igo Ense ya kebs mwanju muri ya nyangwanya komanyari yogo gore binto byago byo tumika kwara rigirina niki standard echi ya kebs go sekorende ya kebs nerororo erinde kwamanya kwenda gutumika ebinto byago tucha Ense ndo mwanju muri girire animete sobogi moboga kero monto ngogani are ogosirwa gwetera asenibo ekero kurigereria nga shiringeri yago ya mokonyora kerarituko atego isana obe kokokora ibintu na kiekogera okonyara abantu abange basoira sebyombe irinde kwene kingango sangereri bari chibesa babe kanamo basange birengererio barigereria ningi babwenete kokora ekero kurigereria nga chibesa cheo amakabeso chabere chigokonya abantu abange kororanga abantu abange ebyombe mbiroro bigo chaka bakora table banking ngonyorore none serikali ngoena nere chibesa in form of a loan igosiro muntu kwegendereria korwa senchire yemo gochia senchirinde ekero kurigereria serikali yabete kigochaka umurubiri Hustler Fund oyobete gokorenga gusira bonchiriria bakabake korwa asekerenge kemugochia sekerengo kende akarugiria Hustler Fund yabakegwikia omwaka yomo asibabete baguchingira omwaka yomo Ense yobokoreri bwabo kero kurigeria Hustler Fund kero ya chagete babete baguchaka ne limit ya Ense kegima limit ya 500 go chigoro kero nga kero ko mukelo no manchu muri ni metenga ebintu ne binge bigo chibiyaga ni gwa mosoko rase chibengi chiri kero ko mukiyango ganiore otware garanta ngo ganiore chi asset chago chaba chigo teneneranga nari go gosinyugwa kane loan chibe chiko gotenenera asset yago ne bekonigwa obeko gwa kane loan yeyo lakini konda Ense ya Hustler Fund ya beteke gocha kororobelia bakenya ubugimekero kurigereria nga yabwate requirements nyinge as long as you enomo Kenya waikire miaka 15 na 3 gochigoro no bateke banda no batela ini yago either Safaricom Airtel ama Telcom ana barkwari kwa nyodera chibese icho kurenda sobo koreri obu mwaka oyomo babete bago sioria entunde ntangani na baiga sentunde yakabere babete ba commenta a limit korende ase Ense yo morobili bete ko gochaki wabena no moraiwe Ense oberega ko ene kyangani go bereko gokolya bia actually I was surprised dinga korwese sorgongora Gusii mu Gusii na robeta ka ko nyorera chibesa korende ntraumira na nera be ka goterera naki obuya wa Hustler Fund wabere boko mokonya abange babere bagokonye ka gwetera konyora chibesa icho Ense mende atali Hustler Fund yoka abantu nabange bakwena na chibesa chelon nonyagari asomenyete kenyoro kwarode byombe ebinge akonyara nga mogo save chibesa yekinga kigete moimu kelon moira ni at low interest rate gosa ase interest rate eriebe kire ne kyombe kyo akorenda Ense mende mwanchu muri eria anya konyorete kerto gusanga sumurubiri gabo Ense yobonchire ntobeto gukwanira aigoro yechibesa cha makabeso wetumika emitandao yekerero nimetekero gosoa simu yago nyoko bate smartphone ekero gosoa online nkoligererio re gose ngonyorore ke gokoretera nga achi kampuni nchirororo achi kokoro ubonchirerio bubokone chibesa through online onye ko bate smartphone or go down you just download the app wasaba chibesa chirio tagete abana chai chiabo chi interest yabo alafu bagotomera bako duration ogwakana chibesa icho online lenders nto abetenga kigete to kumurikira ngakera babete bagotebi kuba be registered aba we license yogokora ubonchiriri bwabo obuboro bonye bwechibesa nyora igari online tari monto momanya inenere it's only you use your phone bagosaba ebintu mbiroro bikego bagosaba omuntu kogotenenera kama kawaida onye kogosinyiwa kana bamwakire n'ebintu mbiroro bike bagokubulia somenyete ebintu bunebyo yo manchu muri ni meta bange mbaroro babiri bagotumika online erinde ko enyorera chibese cyo chelon akaro korigereria online engakigete bagete bagatebigunga amachiko nare bwenete kobwatia for example akerongo nyora byari chiko ria ganire ritangani babe bagutwara obisi yabo ase umuntu arabe gakoba access ase chi company chicha online lenders charenga around 238 chikaba chigwancherunge abona ritukore igoro ekamati gose committee ya senate yabetege kumirana nabali abatenenereta sechinsemicho yokumurikiranga online lenders nabarobo babwatiria machiko ekera bagatabanga abasa bange bako balade gose bakongaine kabwango asoku ya chibesa chire because okonyaranga chibesa chyo ena nomna wakana ande wakinirie limit yago wakana kwa wango okonyara kwa bwango lakini okonyaranga abasa bange maybe ekera bako mekichibesa chyo ambari ko chibachitumeka buya okonyaranga bako chitumeka bobe konyaranga babere bako lose ibintu byabo gose valuables cyabo asenchire tari ndonge okonyaranga umusaye omusinini okonyarobe kirwa sensemeri ya CRB because onya tari ko chigwaka na loan eyo osoira sensemo ya CRB ikokonyaranga mostly abantu bako imokichi loan korwa sensemeri ya online lending anabasaya bange abone serikali yaberege kumurikiranga ninge ko yarokonyara abasaya bange bwata madeni asensemeri ya online lenders so konyaranga abasaya bange nabo bayichira sensemo ya CRB so bagataka ko regulate amachiko ya online lenders erinde ba comply ne serikali asoko asibintu bitakongemo rates cyabo baligereri akubatikana nkorwa gochikakora sensemo ya Central Bank of Kenya ekero korigereri mbaroro babete bago comply na machika yokorende mbaroro batabete licensed mbaroro batabwatete amachikaria begetune serikali ekiye kogeranga mbagenderete emirimo yaye mbachiti gotangwa igomba gendete kwena na chibesa through online so a committee iri tukore igorekera yabetege kumirana babete bakumurikiranga ningi gekogera online lenders abatarabwati amachikalia ganire ne serikali bagendete na operations cyabo cya kawaida lakini korende mbara yegunonye ne license yo go operate so ritkore igorekera bari gereti kamati eyo babete bakumurikira mangana amange naende bakarugo chikanga bali bataraba bakubwati amachikayo babe bagotenenigwa ase obokoreri bwabo igomwanchi muri eria ayonga tiyari agendete kokorekana asensemo ya circulation of money asense ya Kenya anemona asensemo yechibesa cha makabeso kero korigereria sense ya Kenya atorigereria sensemo ya uchumi ya Kenya waniga mara iwensi na betega ko enekinga asai nabatoko bashwadinga uchumi nere stable timetia yo mwanchi murigereria kera korigereria sensemo yago timetiko se uchumi ya berige ko stable sensemo yago horenda lakini serikali yara ya enekire kera korigereria achinga kichi gatore embure nyinge negendete ko enekigwa asechinsemo timetiko se Gusii igembra nerororo asnaroro parts of Kisii County asnaroro abantu babeire oserira bali aberere kwanyoka kubatikana nembure nyinge but torigereria chi county nchiroro buna chi county chiri cha Isiolo Garissa ochichinse chiri cha Ukampani mate chika chinseme chumo nchumurigereria akero kunyoranga chinga kichumurakera those are the same counties chabwate muchando bwoko enyorera endagira ande bono igwisa korigereria chinga kichiga chimbra ya El Nino chi county chinande still chabere chigo twara omochande kero korigereria nga serikali nigegendete kubike mirubile mikirano asoko enekyanga ngo babali ndagira ekyagere mbure nyinge yabetega ko enekigwa abantu abange babolire batabwati obumenyo chindo chenchirororo wanchi omorigereria chabere chigo ichora okonyara ng'am bona abantu gosika kura senseme yemo gocha senseme inde yabeire obokongu naende okonyara ng'a embire nyinge yabere kegotu amacha abere kagoichora ase chinyomba eyabeire akong'u abantu komenya agatokorigeria chinsemo chiche Isiolo, Garissa, Tana River eyonga tiche chinsemo chiri embire nyinge yabere gekwanekigwa abantu abange babere bagochandika korende ritko ria igoro mokonyi b'omorai bw'Ense Rigathi Gachagua nabete gakobwatoka chibesa gose obokonyi gochia ase chi county echo kero twarora ng'a monogeri bwa serikali enene abete gakwaneke ng'a gwetania chi county 37 chabeire affected lakini renda akaeneke ng'a serikali negendete kubika emeroberio erikwaneke ng'a abantu kora chinseme echo ngokonye kabare naende ngo ntwara bare ndagera naende ngo ng'anyigwa bare ntwaro che waziri bw'oburendi bw'emekithure Kindiki okwaneke ng'a chinsemo nchirororo gose chinsemo nchirororo aenegete ng'a nachikoru gochikari tukabantu barabe bakong'anya kurugabo ekiagera ng'a embure yo isako banyora gabo mochando nabora chiobe kugutuka twarira abange bagosirio obogima bwabo twarira abange bakubugorigwa na amache ebintu byabo bikoirwa akonderi twore igoro mokonyi b'omorai bw'Ense Rigathi Gachagua nabete gakobwatoka chibesa ekarutoro chenga omwaziri bw'obochenu Susan Nakuminja nabete kagwikera na senseme ya Isiolo akaena n'endagera alafu akaena na nechnet omete sayo monchumo rigereria abune mbure gendete kotwa igari bona sama charateire ngonyorore ng'a chiumbu ngo soka chire kororora chinyinge sana so agateba ng'a abaibori ba make sure abarabo abanyene ngorara bare Ense neti gose ndani ya neti koetanga korwa sokonyora oboroire egomba bete bakonyora endagera at least bona iga mbari asense gose mbari bobe mono barakonyekera kegoigo ebyombe mbiroro byebere bigwesokia buna Red Cross babere bakuru obokonye ase bakonyara korende mbarakera abantu bonsi lakini chinga kicho barakonyire bakeigo torigererio mwanchi omorigereria asense mende twabere togokwanera igoro ya ogonchereria kwelire mwanchi omorigereria ogonchereria kwelire kwabere gokoreta emichande menge asense ya Kenya kero korigereria gati yabo no morakera enchara nebintu binde binge byabere bikoretwa no gonchereria kwelire gokobwatikana naki tokorenda ebito etana ine anamona kero asama tukamange abarai ababere bagwesokia goteba ng'a tosimeke emite korende ntobete tokoegwa a holiday yeri tukerimo I think it was last month asoko enekia ng'a ngosimeka tori emite bagacha bakaeneki ng'a tari mete yonsi gosimeka as long as togonya bateba ng'a tosimeke emite tari mete yonsi bwenete gositari motonde bwensi bwenete gosimekwa emete nerororo yabereke gosimekwa ngene chindoche eyaenekiri ng'a chindoche cheito echigo chichia kamuka amachi naenda tobara twangia korera naende tokaba togasemigwa ng'a emete tobwenete gosimeka nemete erie tari gokamu kishindo echicheito tosimeke nonya na matunda ayo arabe kagotokonya asa matuko abosio korende COP28 egikaragia COP28 kikiabete gikoikiraniwa no morai bw'Ense ngaito morai bw'Ense Dr. William Ruto bera somo stario mutu asoko enekia ng'a ngorwanirare orogongo rwa Africa anamona sogonchereria kwerire obere kagokwanira amang'ana amange ase chibese chabete chikobwatoka ase ng'encho yogosira chinse chire ase orogongo rwa Africa obere kagwate chi summit asabere gakoboria baraikora orogongo rwa Africa babe bakobwaterana na baigo kubeke emeroberi emikiranu asoko enekia ng'a korinda barogonchereria kwerire mwanchi omurigereria ante tutande maseyemo goika asensemo ya kabere ye studio erinde tobe tokwaenekia ng'a nara yali babete bagokwanera gocha sense ya Kenya na kitwabere togo benefit korwa sense me ya COP28 sego sase gikare kikyabete kego koreka na igo mwanchi muri atoska teto eso sensemo ya kabere ye studio.
Africa is much more. Africa is about 60% of the world's renewable energy resources. Africa is about 40% of the world's mineral resources necessary for energy transition. Africa holds 65% of the world's uncultivated arable land that can be used for smart agriculture. Africa has the largest natural carbon sinks anywhere in the world. And much more importantly, Africa has the youngest population with the potential for the future to be the largest market. And we are doing everything to consolidate Africa into one market that we can profile with 1.4 billion people and a GDP of 3.5 trillion. That is the new narrative of our continent.
We see climate action as the opportunity of a lifetime. It is the opportunity to start to invest in a trajectory of economic growth that will give us sustainability, will give us prosperity, will give the young people of the continent jobs, and will drive growth and growth in incomes. So listening to you today, how your plans to transform the resource-dependent nature of the past mode of development into a new drive for industrialization shows the world how change can happen. And that positions this discussion perfectly for the negotiation that is still to come in the context of the COP. We will be talking about the global stocktake. We will be talking about how, as a global community, we can shift our economic model to a new trajectory, to a new opportunity, and an opportunity that is based on changing investment into new emerging technologies and driving growth. So we want to congratulate you on behalf of Dr. Sultan Al Jaber, COP President. He has asked me to convey to you his deep appreciation for the initiatives that you have taken, the contribution that it brings to the negotiations of the new climate agreement, and that it lifts everybody's expectations of what we can achieve here. So thank you very much for that. I also want to say, and in relation to President Ruto's initiative and his leadership at the Africa Climate Summit, that the Africa Climate Summit was one of those watershed events that marked the change in the mentality that we saw for growth. And that is the opportunity that the United Arab Emirates, where Dr. Sultan announced that the United Arab Emirates would be committing $4.5 billion for clean energy investment in Africa. That's not one of those climate pledges that evaporates over the years. That's a commitment. And to demonstrate that that commitment is moving, already today, $2.6 billion has already been allocated in partnerships between Masdar, AMEA, Etihad Credit, and Abu Dhabi Fund, and the Africa 50 initiative. This is going to drive 1.8 gigawatts of new green power into the African grid over the next few years. This will be the basis of the new green industrialization. This is what will provide the energy framework to kickstart all of the activities that you have been discussing today. So it is an honor for the UAE to be engaged with you in this effort. We are inspired by your dedication and your leadership, and we're looking forward to a very successful COP with your partnership to bring this new perspective to the world and to drive this new agreement in a way that creates real change.
In our midst, we have an investment of $1.5 billion by Fortis Green geothermal plant that will be in Kenya by FFI. In our midst, we have Mark Hutchinson. I don't know whether he's in our midst. Mark Hutchinson. Mark Hutchinson is right there. We have Ed Kalishik. Is he there? Right there. We have Bruce Taffy, Special Advisor, right there. Those three gentlemen have just signed an agreement of $1.5 billion to invest in green hydrogen that is going to produce green ammonia in Kenya. A round of applause for them. I am talking about real opportunities for investment. And this is going to happen in every part of our continent. When I listened to the president of Mauritania, they are the largest exporters of iron ore. The Sahel is the region with the highest potential of renewable energy in the solar context. There is absolutely no reason why we cannot use solar energy from the Sahel region to process iron ore from Mauritania and export green steel instead of iron ore from Mauritania. That is the direction we are going. I listened very carefully also to the president of Zambia, and it is again an opportunity for us. Nickel, cobalt, copper. Today they are being exported as raw materials. There is absolutely no reason why, using the hydro resources we have in DRC, in Zimbabwe, in Zambia, we cannot process the copper, the nickel, the cobalt, and be part of the value chain of manufacturing phones, manufacturing semiconductors, manufacturing all the items that currently are being used for manufacture, but we export our products as raw materials. The conversation we are going to have in this meeting this afternoon is about investment opportunities, is about financing opportunities, and is about access to market. Those are the three most important things we are going to have a conversation about, and it requires us to collaborate, to work together, to build a huge consortium of collaborators. And we are inviting the rest of the world to look at Africa as a continent of opportunity. And we are packaging these opportunities, as I said. We are changing policies, we are aligning regulations, and we are providing incentives so that we can use our renewable energy to add value to our iron ore so that we can export green steel. We are using our renewable energy to process bauxite so that we can export green aluminum. We are using our renewable energy for smart agriculture so that we can have green agricultural products into the market. What is our ask of the rest of the world? That we have to engage in the business of reconfiguring, re-engineering a new international financial architecture that will make sure that we have adequate resources, we have concessional financing, we can de-risk our investments using globally accessible, affordable, and long tenure resources that will be made available as we have a conversation. And I am very happy that in this COP, finally, we are all agreed. It is no longer about if, it is when we finally reform the international financial architecture so that it is fit for purpose, so that it serves the needs and the nuances of the current situation globally, especially in the global south. We've also agreed, finally, that we are going to have a conversation as to new revenue, new interventions that will give us new sources of revenue for us to finance climate action. I am very happy that progress is now being made, even around loss and damage, that finally we have commitment of resources that will ensure that interventions that are necessary for loss and damage come into being. We want to use our renewable energy to drive our industrialization. I want to contextualize for this meeting so that we all know that this is not talk, that this is not a story. This is real investment decisions and real investment opportunities. I will take this opportunity to announce some of the concluded investment opportunities in the renewable energy space so that investors who are sitting here, development partners who are sitting here, financial institutions who are sitting here can know that we have real investment opportunities and we are serious about using renewable energy and turning the existential threat that we face into real opportunities for industrialization, for investment, for job creation, and for development imperatives. We have come here to profile our assets, whether it is in the Sahel region, where my brother, the president of Mauritania, comes from. The renewable assets of solar in that part of the world are immense, and we want to use those resources for the growth of our continent. Whether it is renewable assets in other parts of our country, whether it is renewable hydro energy in Zambia, in Zimbabwe, these are assets that are available to us. Whether it is the huge Hinga Dam in DRC and Congo that we can use to generate renewable energy, or the geothermal resources, wind, solar in East Africa, in Kenya, in Burundi, in Rwanda, in Tanzania. These are assets that are available to us as a continent, and we want to bring these assets onto the table so that we can leverage on these assets for industrialization of our continent, to create jobs, to create opportunity, and to make sure that we even the scales on the development of our globe. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to this very important session where we will be discussing opportunities for industrialization, opportunities for manufacturing, using the assets we have, using the gas resources that we have, how we can transition and use gas as a transition energy source. Those of us who have huge gas resources everywhere in Africa can have the opportunity to use these resources as a transition energy into renewable energy as we move into the future. Indonesia's Pertamina and UAE's Mazda jointly are investing in geothermal project, and phase one, they will be investing $1 billion, and phase one will generate 300 megawatts of geothermal power. I don't know whether Mohammed Jamel Ramani is here, or right here, from Mazda. We have Paul Ngugi of GDC, I don't know whether he's here, right there. And then we have Julfi Hadi, President and Director CEO of Pertamina from Indonesia, right there. Can we have a round of applause for those gentlemen for concluding this investment of close to $1 billion in renewable energy that will generate energy that will go into electric motor vehicle manufacture, that will go into solar panel manufacture, and that will go into leather manufacture. Green leather, green solar panels, green EV motor vehicles. Let me also make two more announcements. United Green and Kenya Development Corporation also investing in smart agriculture, 15,000 hectares of climate smart, high carbon sequestering precision agriculture, and broad acre row cropping, an investment of $275 million in this smart agriculture. You remember I told you Africa is home to 65% of uncultivated arable land. Do we have the people involved in this program? They are right here, right there. Those are the great people who have concluded that program, $275 million of investment in smart agriculture. Let's round of applause for them. The second investment that I want to announce here is a 35 megawatt geothermal investment of $110 million by Globelec in geothermal energy, again in a place called Menengai, with an investment of $110 million. We have Mike Shole here, who concluded that agreement this morning, and Eddie Njoroge. Are they here in our midst? We can give them a round of applause. Right there. Can we give them another round of applause? Thank you very much. Again, real opportunity, real investment concluded in this COP27 as a precursor for what will be done in Nigeria, what will be done in Senegal, what will be done in Cote d'Ivoire, and in every other country, including Burundi in East Africa. I want to confirm here that we are already in discussion with Burundi. They have huge reserves of nickel. And we want to work with Burundi so that instead of exporting nickel as a raw material, we can see how we can collaborate, provide renewable energy, so that we can process nickel in Burundi and be able to export finished products for manufacture of all the items that we want to manufacture in that space. Let me also make an announcement here, again, of real opportunity, real investment that have been concluded in this COP, so that when we say, as the continent of Africa, we are a continent of opportunity, we are actually laying bare those opportunities for the world to see, for the world to appreciate, and for the world to come along with us, because we have real investment that will change the course of history. And these are green investments that are in tandem with saving the planet. EcoCloud, one of Africa's largest green data centers using geothermal steam, are setting up what will become Africa's largest data center with ICT load capacity of 60 megawatts. They are going to be spending $600 million in this project that will be 100% powered by green energy. In our midst, we have Amos Siwoy, Chief Executive. Is he here? We have Ribingale John Anthony, Consulting Engineer from that space. I don't know whether he's here. And we have Joseph Njenga, Chief Executive Officer. Are they here? Thank you very much. Those gentlemen are working on data centers that will be powered by green. Last, AMIA Africa from the UAE, in collaboration with Geothermal Development Company, involved in drilling and development of geothermal fields, phase one investment to reach US $800 million, anticipated 200 megawatts of geothermal power. In our midst, we have His Excellency Hussein Al Nawais, Chairman of AMEA from UAE. Can we round of applause for that gentleman there? And Mr. Paul Ngugi, Chief Executive of GDC, is in the house. Thank you very much. Finally, the US-led Green Energy Supply Chain initiative of $568 million concessional facility that will be shared between Brazil, India, and Kenya. This facility is a competitive facility, and on behalf of Africa, we intend to put our best foot forward so that we win this facility. It is a concessional facility, and we are willing to share with our other brothers in the continent on this facility of $568 million to unlock the potential of green energy around our continent. I did mention these investment opportunities that were concluded today in this COP as part of our work to confirm to the world that in Africa there are real opportunities for green investment. There are companies that are stepping forward, even as we have a conversation of how to de-risk investment in our region. There are companies that are already stepping forward to invest in Africa because they see the tremendous potential, the tremendous opportunity, the tremendous business case that exists in our continent. I want to congratulate my colleagues, heads of state, the President of Zambia for the many steps they have had to make to stabilize their country, President Tinubu here, who had to make very difficult decisions to get rid of subsidies that were hurting their economies. We all have to make difficult decisions to get Africa moving. And I want to promise here that we will gather the courage to make sure that we make the right decisions so that Africa can march into the future as an equal partner of other regions of the world as we tackle the challenge of climate change and as we create opportunities for our young people so that our young people don't have to get into rickety boats to go to other destinations. We want to create jobs, we want to create opportunities in our continent so that our young people can enjoy working from their continent.
Ubiyakegima umwanche muri abetaseni kia Ndizi TV ayo narabete kago kwanera asege karogia COP28 ekyo kerengete komulikera na kitobonete kuri ndogonchirira kwelire anamono ase chinse chyorgongo rwa Africa kyabeteka korekana bena sense meri ya Dubai omwanche murigereria korabo tiatraso asumutima komokeigo atoko irana ntobeto gosanga amange ntobeto gokwanera na ki county ya Nairobi roberete ase chinga kichiga cyogo chengera esuguku ninchigo komanyanga Central Bank of Kenya na kiyaboli gwire igetambukero ase digital lenders abataraba bago bwati amachiko na ninchigo komanyanga na Ense ya Kenya era chikogania gosera chikuiregeka kuganya kibesa ekyo kirabe kikobasira asogwekerania emirobeli yabo bwate emyaka 10 bosyo elinde kulendo boncherera kwelire gotoska tonyegera ngwira nanda segeke kerbosyo elinde ngomanye amange.
Ndizi TV ubwansu bw'Gusii. Negenteki ya konyori bintu byo gutumika aseduka na negenteki ya mono konyori duka buna Capital Lights and Electrical Limited ejeko ni chitaya chiwaya nebintu binde binge byo gutumika asistima nkoni yabale chiwall brackets chiwaya cha East Africa cable CCTV full moon floor lights extensions panel lights 4-feet tubes and 2-feet tube sockets na room heater chifa snake lights, garden lights, fridge guards, chandelier lights, security lights, na solar floodlights. Banyore imeyumu chokisi opposite DTB Bank, angena Shell Petrol Station. Nepokuba kirisimi ase namba enotisano na ibire, enotisano nemo, inyesano niseto enoti marakabire. Capital Lights and Electrical Limited, where quality meets the purpose. Omurigereria bwe television ya Ndizi TV nigo tukuiraniria ngambia muno asoko genderera guturigireria na gutusira kira rituko asemerubiriyo yaitu yonsi chinsemero ngeberenenge bono onye kendegia korekanire aseke nyurukiao ekiota geto tumanye asubwango mono abonda isi reke nambeye asesemi yao enoti sano na ibire inya isano nemo ibire isano na ibire eyemo elioto akere n'abasaki baito baikasure nakubeko roboti ubwo asembeo emesa yamangana maya ya Ndizi TV nereyo kwa bekire simu yao ime laboratory ya Dynapath nige bwate evirenko bweigoro biobokoreri bokorenka marwaire bagotumia technology yekerero nechi machine chekerero gwetera sobokoreri bwabo bya nigo bancheire nekeombe gia Kenya Medical Laboratory Tech and Technologist Board eliyokurwa bokoreri yobwo
samugenda ngokono bunarega kama elaptech por Dynapath Laboratories itari itumu na tori to kulida marwiri na malaria kulitore sukari to blood pressure kupima tori kidneys kupima tori liver function test zones for laboratory
nkuru barobokorera buna microbiology, clinical chemistry, hematology, cancer screening, histopathology. Nabo igokorenka amarwere buna HIV, brucellosis, gose oburwere bw'amabere, arthritis na yandamange. Boigo nkorenka bare omubere bwensi asamarwere buna prostate cancer, asamange batalire imeyo muchobosongo asamagacho asansora complex center of capital roundabout angena National Bank kusoba kiresimi.
Najali afya yako, usigoje kuungua ndiposa tutembelee.
Dynapath Laboratories,
a legacy of excellence.
Saka na kunya bet. Kwa sasa masema kumanyo kara mwembeo. Muuterere. Mwembeo mo kukuchia eke mbuku kuchia. Kanda kubole. Kaina ndia kuchande. Ero bono. Ntiga kitinchandi mu chioyo.
Ndimo kanga ndete byoncho mbarenda nyo mendo kumenya no marembo.
Mungu kani. Medo mukungu njoba kanga tindi moyo. Njemo bisa. Egento ketena bwadi kebeke mwamu.
Lakini boli ka sagini boli ka no nganje. Kurume yabo.
Nyabeta. Kurikira bono ayebunu mwagachi kwa manyire duka okugenda kujya ibintu byose biriyo gukorera imirimo yawo. Osmo Traders Limited nigo babwate kitali cyo kwaranse ase nyumba yawo nabo igogobeka sinyasi bune babu egikoni living room nabo igo ekikobe kwesiko babwate sanitary wares ubuna chising chibakurichete cyo cyonsi showers, towel holders, soap dishes, racks, mirrors na hand basins. Chirangi chonsi chiriya chikuburukanibwa ne computer nabo igo chiriche spray paints no chire mbabwate chipboard buna chips and boards, MDF boards na chip boards. Ebinto au byo gukora plumbing buna PVC joints, PVC pipes na chi water taps chonsi no chire boigo na bokugura chi curtain rods, hood screws, chigulu chonsi, door locks, chi pipe wrench spanners, screwdrivers. Banyore old Sansura building angena Kisii main bus stage gusua Kisimi ase namba enotisano nebire eye mokianda inyeisano enotinye inyeisano nemo. Osmo Traders Limited, customer satisfaction guaranteed.
Mwana mwanju muri Ndizi TV and Ense asowera n'ekiga kyabana gukwarira ne asomura umwanone biyogo jagira litukurira Jumatano ujagira Ense maneno sumbaka chinsezo nenusu asekira litukurira Jumatano gukwarira nkanda kekome
kiromonto na watu mwana tuwe chaya eseke nokonya
Wikofa iti chombo chobonyanzi. Because chombo chobonyanzi na chia kora taibwe muchi. Ono ngam song na chirusi.
Gega no tokora tabo kindi bakirengenjo badenga kibaki netembere mu kibako dire barigiriye birogo osinani kibarengito jokora ojasa matukare bose ngo.
It happened nga ngumbuna alenga. Bagantumire tigiti. Inche wa attend interview. Enche na ganchire gotiga. Gotoka nkali ondonga. Christmas.
Muntu na temete sana kutolindoro cy'abantu sababagima igarenge ko kora ibiasara byokonye bituma n'ekingende
umuga none kera ritukure Jumatano ese ye munenusu ya maragoba no muiroroye ritukuri aramisi chinsa isano ne mucha mugaso na Brighton Makori
nendo twesa familia buna toba umuntu tagete bintu gete binene tangandi atagete gente kenene ali tanga okora naro cyako muchu
Spexels Opticians abubale si kliniki kyagudika imeyo muchukisi nkuru wabare bokoreri ao asamangana ya maiso nako ni birole magiga yogo korenga na kumanyu muchando
Kwa majina naitwa Daktari Sigei, karibuni sana Spexes Opticians Kisii Town. Hapa tunapima macho tukitumia mashine za kiteknolojia za kisasa bila malipo. Tunauza miwani, frames na lenses tofauti na tunakubali kadi za bima.
Chiframe guchakira chishilingi chimia isano neiseto nemerongitano na boige setingima ase chishilingi elweyemo ne chimia isano ase ofa babuate etaraera.
Milango yetu iko wazi kutoka Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa kutoka saa 2:30 mpaka saa 11 jioni na pia Jumamosi kutoka saa 2:30 mpaka saa 10 jioni.
Nigo bare angene supermarket ya Shivling na KCB Bank imeyomo chukisi na boko bakire simi ase namba enoti eyemo enoti isano marakabire enoti eyemo. Spexels Opticians, Good Car Clinic, macho bora kwa wote. Omwanchu muliriya bwa televishoni ya Ndizi TV mbiyamona sukoira chinsa chao na kuliriya televishoni yao na mbejemo yomunwa bweke Gusii bono onye kubwate nganende yonsi yukwe murungania wosokomenta na bogo toikera ase gutwakire simi ase namba enotisano na ibire inyisato isano nemo ibire isato isano na isato isano na ibire eyemo gose otorikere yukorike ase email ya ndiztvnews@gmail.com voigo na bugo tonyora ase mitandao yaito buna Ndizi TV News Digital ensemo ya Facebook, YouTube nigotogotoka buna Ndizi TV News na voigo TikTok nigotogotoka buna Ndizi TV News nabo ogututarira sichiabisi chito ekyo kirebo cy'obwekiro ya embassy ekeroko genda nyakoe ase bara ekurwa Kisii kogenda Kisumu. Ndizi TV obwansu bwomo Gusii. Nyamaka Multi-Handling Services yekubwatrana n'ensemo y'obulimi obutugi bwetugo n'echinswe yeserikali ye county ya Nyamira nigegokorentera amorokeryo y'omwaka bw'ekiri 2023 a Agricultural and Trade Exhibitions and Family Fun Fair eryogusukia bosyo ebirenka by'manifesto ye county ya Nyamira by'obulimi, manufacturing, trade for sustainable economic growth egati yalyoranyorororo nobokoreri bw'ekibengi ao chikampani ao chokorokereria iguru y'amang'ana y'obulimi bwensi buli bwanchete kurigereria iguru y'ebyegwa gose talents n'ekigosori cy'abana amarokereria yo nigarakorekane guchakira rituko rya Jumatano kitariki 5 goika kitariki 10 cy'umutenyi 12 ase skuru y'oburuso ya Nyamira DEP yere chimite miye muchuka kurwa stage nene y'Kigali imeye town ya Nyamira bono ilyuko manyamange iguru y'amorogeria yo buna konyora libaga ilyo nayo boyo mobo akesimi ase namba enoti 52 ibere yemo isano nemo ibere enoti 53 isano nemo kianda gose enoti 52 isano na 3 isano na ibere nye enoti maragatato eyemo gose enoti 52 inye yemo isato isano kianda ibere isato inye gosobari kireri uko guchiase Eric Makanga 01@gmail.com voigo mbabwateribaga ryukwegeka Kigali utarigwakanira iryogosoa asamorokereria yo abantu abanene nigo bagwakana shilingi 150 na voigo abane 100 yoka agirira bwango bwenyorere ribaga na voigo gwikira nororo asama tukayo iryubwe manyamange na voigemero bilibekire iryogosukabushi. Ndizi TV obwansu bwomo Gusii.
Ryake yuma omwanchu mulierya na ndengo kwaligania ase ntunda ya kabiri chinga kitogendete kusanga meyomorobiri obwense yobonchereria asitogendete kwimanya anara yagendete gonchereria ase sekte yombia mono sana ase bali mugendete kubwatia omorobiri asensemo chiche mitandao gwetera sensema ya Facebook gwetera Ndizi TV News Digital nindo che Rebecca Bochere Oino agoteba listening from Saudi mbia mona sana Hebsiba Mongara goteba bwakire buya mwensi abo tagatanga bwakire se Teresa Kemunta goteba bwakire Fridah kora chinsemo chichia Muranga no toramo mbiemo sana Teresa Mary Osoro tobekere chie moji chia love gavu mbiemo sana Recho Mora goteba following na boigon Eden Matagara goteba no arime yomorobelio mbiemo sana mancho murigeria kero tokorigereria Ense mende torigereria nga Ense ya Kenya nigera chikoira chingaki singincho yokonyora chibesa chabete chikobwatwa Ense meri ya COP 28 asebaliririre nga chibesa nchiroro bara chikoigwa gosira Ense ya Kenya asokwane kyangabuna nkorinda barogonchirira kwelire akera bene kiringa erigo ikirania inyuru muraibensi nabatomorobere bogosimika emete gwetania chibilioni 10 goikira umwaka w'ikiri 2023 asibana igabere gakwane kyanga nigense ya Kenya eganetie chibilioni chimisano erinde yabege kwikirania umurobere yo bogosimika emete inyora Ense magosege kariki yakotakanete Ense ya COP 28 Ense cha Dubai nigo muwaziri boko lende bitotana ine Sophia Ntuya nabaigo mu waziri Ense meri yobogachi Professor Njuguna Ndungu babete bagwikirana nabaigo kwene kyanga nigo chigose chinse koruga gasorgo ngoro Africa chibonete konyara justice anene Ense mo yokulindo goncherera kwelire igo mbabete bakorigereria ngaki chibese chichirabe chigwikirana Ense ya Kenya erinda kwane kyanga omorobelio yo babwate obeire kogo korekana bwikirano mancho muri ka tokorigeria Ense mende ntoba tokukwanira igore ya digital lenders akera bono na bagingo kumanyanga committee yesenete Ense meri ya finance babeta bakumirana na bwatani kora Ense mo iyo kumurikira ngakyo bokoreri bwa digital lenders bubonete bakorekana akera babiri bakwene kenga chi kampuni 32 chiuka na chichabere chikubwatia amachiko ase chi kampuni chiminye igo abo bande mbaraba kubwatia amachiko akero umugavana wa Central Bank of Kenya Dr. Kamau Thuga abereka kuboligwa kwene kenga chichonsi ngoba chire chigo siekwa mancho murigereria obeko kubwatia anga yobonete gusaba chibesa koru ekiagera nchororo chitabwatetia amachiko no gosechiko koro boncherera bwa butari oboikerano osechiko operate legally akaro korigereria mancho muri ento batokukwanira igoro ya okweroberia ase sukwenena abonege county ya Nairobi abereke gwesoke bene nabaigo kwene kyanga nga barabumbero berete boikirano bagenete kwarigania abagani ase county ya Nairobi erinde gochengera this festive season akero Chief Officer Ense meri ya Culture, Arts and Tourism yokorokangana Clement Rapudo abetega gotebanga babere bakubaterana ne serikali ya county ya Nairobi erinde kwane kinga onsi aberika goikerana nimeterane county ya Mombasa nimeta abantu nabange bakorokora chinse chechesiko goikerana Ense ya Kenya singincho yo kwego kya singincho yeruse yiga na barobo babeire bakweroberia boikerano mancho murigere atorigereria Ense moya SMEs small and medium enterprises na kibono barachikonyora obokonyi ko aboncherelia baba kabake yarokanire ngani ko bagendete gwituma na gukina asekerengo keigoro mona bono igani ge Ense meri ya World Bank irachikoba gikobwatoka 7.7 billion asingincho yogosira aboncherelia abo kero Ense ya Kenya Ense yoboraibwa Ense yoboraibwa Kenya Industry and Entrepreneurship Project babere bakorigereria nga 23 SMEs na barachikoba bakonyora obokonyi gwetera asobokoreri bwabo bwabere bokoroka no buyabone gumanchumuri ento chitokomanya chiga 23 SMEs inchiri chechiga nande merobelkeli babere bagotumika asokwane kinga chibese cho mbabe bago chinyora wosiningi kele babete bakomurikera na kwene kinga abaiga boncheri abaiga babere bago ikinya korwase kerenge kemogo chia sekende ningi kele bakomurikera machiko kiali babeire bakobwatia eo mancho murigereria ndaite torigereria Ense mende ya serikali ntwararama tukabo abwangoiga serikali yekoboria konya state corporations anena mona se Wasechi assets che government antoro chumura ibense kagoteba nga obere kagotwara challenge ase okonyara chibesa sense ya Kenya aigokonya state corporations na bochira chigokonya Kenya ase ogwaka na lideni lyaye ngati ebintu biri abetega kumurikira gosechi parastatals chiriche serikali abetega kumurikira chibe chikonerwa gochiase abantu nyene ngamona Kenya Literature Bureau KLB Kenyatta International Convention Center KICC abetega kumurikira National Oil Corporation NOC Kenya Seed Company Limited nabetega kumurikira Mwea Rice Mills Western Kenya Rice Mills Limited Kenya Pipeline Company New Kenya Cooperative Creameries Kenya Vehicle Manufacturer Limited Rivertex East Africa Limited na Numerical Machining Complex ase bibyansi twarera baraiba gwesoke na gupinga engane yo yokoenekinga state corporations ngogorwa cyo singo kare ruchire privatization ngone rigo chire guchya abantu nyene panta bange babiri bagwesoke alende twarere nga ekegambero ngyabete kegoteninya ogochikoko sengencho yokonya chia set you state corporations aigo mancho muri na bokore birenga lebya gotebe ngam serikali raisa konya ebinte bigantoro china naba abari mikoro asense meri ya Western mbabete bagotutera arengane iyo bagatabangani go barabe bagocandika mono anene ase chinga kichiga bategemete Ense mo yo bulimi go mancho murigereria aina aragenda takone kigwa ase chinse mecho arena bogoto banyanga aya sense mo yagunga kyoroche kerengereri ekyo nabonchereria baiga na koma nyomo ancho marigereria inyoro morobelio yoni gotenenere asense mo yo wizara yo bonchereria oyora bego kwenikyanga asense meria kep osento batagatebanga Kenya Industrial Entrepreneurship Project nechiko bagekorwa obo konyobo igo matukabwango iga chi SMS chichabere chigo chikorokana nga chabere chikobwata ensenyoro omuntu obeta kago chakana kabonjere asinini obere ko kago kina merobere ya bere gakobeka onsimba chikonyora egra nyoro mancho muri chibese cyo taringa ne chibese bago chikogweri kabeso ine grant bago chikoegwa erinde ko ene kyanga gokonya chiro bonchire bawe grant ne chibese chikobwata kwa nensemeri ya World Bank nere go chikoba chibese cyo batari ko irani bago tumeka asogokini obonchire babo mancho marigereria timeti kwa bere go korigereria ase bari bamenyete chitown bone town ya Nairobi kwa bere go koranga abantu mbaroro konyara bagutara neme kokotene baoni amache ase chi county chiri county na Nairobi Nakuru bari bamenyete town ime lakini ase rogongorwa Gusii mancho marigereria ntobete to korigereria omoncherelio yo moyo berega koni amache kuri mwaka bweli weye mochi mikianda 53 na isano osene 5 1985 oberega koni amache kuri akarengo moke ase bunge ya South Mugirango tukabato gusangana yare sabari ayo bonchereria koro agachagete goikira bona iga ningi kyabeire ingi kya irere taka imiki getampikirike gochaka koni amache mo especially asoro gongorwa Gusii karto medenga orongorwa Gusii Mugirango twerekera litiko atari bando bange ba batabwati amache obereka gotwerera nga kyo bonchire baye ande sense mende oino monchire naende okorika mashairi anyako bate omoyega oganitie kolikerurisha iri ngokorare gase yonsi go mancho muri ntobete to gosanganere akabaga koerera isabali yayo bonchire teto mancho marigereria toikera moerio bo morobelio wense yo bonchire kolende ntochikomerana no monchire ya seke Kerubo sio abeka gotomanye sabali yayo bonchire na birengo biri abirika kobeka sogokinia o bonchire bwaye Biamano sana sibali mwabere mukubate omorobeli kotoga chagita bone goikabone gatoikiro moelio nabo kwenda gutubate asinse machichi mitandao ensemo ya Facebook gwetera Ndizi TV News Digital nabega sense media YouTube gwetera Ndizi TV News asense moya website nabo tunya gwetera www.ndizitv.net Retare na Fridah Kerubo na mega kamera soko ne kibne bi channel yogira wikira sole asenchira ya bene nere Abigail Nyanchamati atosa somo timokoma kaigo tokoirana antobe tokuumirana no monchereria atomanyi esabali yae yo bonchereria twara oboligereria borobia.
Ndizi TV ubwansu bw'omugusii
tobaisa wechanda asora nyore chikeki chiogochengera emiyega yawu enyorero bokoreri borobuya ase duka ya Villa Valentino bogokoroseria chikeki chia kerengencho ase rigori ritari kogoita ngorosi atore chikeki chimeyega au bunna chikeki chimeyega yenyangi engagement cakes, anniversary cakes, birthday cakes, themed cakes, corporate cakes egatiye chikeki chinde chinyinge ningore nyorere keki ngi yeyokugania kwao asogo tutarira samaga chauru complex yogotoka imeyo mochobosongo asamange gosekobeke oda yao twakere simi ase namba enoti isano na ibere enoti ibere isano nemo isano na ibere eyemo isano nemo isato gose 0702267163 boigo ngorotora megerio yokorosia chikeki no kwerikia nigo kogenderete tonyorwa Villa Valentino enyorere keki nyansu na boigo eyokuganya kwao
Abasaga na kunya na kunya bet. Kwa sasa basema kumanyo karamu embeo. Muuterere. Embeo mo kukuchia eke mbugu kuchia.
Kanda kubole. Ero bono. Ntiga kitinchandira muchioyo. Ndemo kanya ndete byoncho mbare ndanyo mendo kumenya no marembo.
Mungu kani. Meto mukungu njobata kangatindi moyo. Njemobisa. Egintu kitena bwadi kebeke mwamu.
Lakini boliga sagini boliga no nganje kurume yabo.
Ine numenyeteke wikia urae umwanu noko mwachise michekerero bono Skyline Friends School nero richiburiao ayumu ibori ne skuru ebwata borokia babwato bumanyi bwigoro asogo konya borokigwa nigo babwate preschool yuere a play group goika pre-primary 2 lower classes chia grade 1 goike grade kia gatano nomo na boigo goike kia gatano na kabiri
biaman asamari bangor kwa Felix Mayaga director ya Skyline Friends School Kisii egotoko muchego songo itanga ndiganyire libageli ngakira abanafunzi baito bakala zito bakora matemwa umwaka oyo asomo kibakalete bagaita we had around 18 candidates and we've managed to cover hospital good national schools 2 Tihangiri bageli ntebya bayigoli bali batotegerete bali bataito admit abana January come next year 2024 tali school yito will remain open from Monday to Friday saa 2 mpaka saa 8 tara bonega tokora interview mwana tokwa admit mwana mapema so that you prepare come next year 2024 ajoin Skyline Friends School bia mana sana.
Miamano mano mwanju muri Ndizi TV and Ense asowera ne chika chabene kukwalira ne asomuru mwanone biyogo jagira litukuria Jumatano ujagira Ense maneno sumbaka chinse zito neno su asekira litukuria Jumatano kukwalira nkenda ke komi
Kerubo na watu mwana tuwe chaya eseke no konya
Wikofa iti chombo chobo nyanzi. Because chombo chobo nyanzi na chia kora taibwe muchi. Ono ngam make song na chirusi.
Gega no tokora tabo kindi bakirengenjo badenga kibaki netembere mu kibako dire barigiriye birogo osinani kibarengito jokora ojese matukware bosungu.
It happened nga ngumbuna alenga. Bagantumire tigiti. Enche wa attend interview. Enche na ganchire gotiga. Gotoka nkali ondonga. Christmas.
Muntu na temete sana utulindoro cha bantu saba bagima. igarenge kokora ebiasara byokonya ebituma n'eching'ende.
Omuganone kera ritukore Jumatano Ense yemo nenusu ya maragoba nomoiroroye ritukori Aramisi chinsa isano nemucha mugaso na Brighton Makori
nento twesomiria buna toba omonto tagete ebintu gete ebinene tangandi atagete genteke nenari tanga okora narocha kwa muchu.
Bitume bimbyameti bono nari twari gutwara rigesa rigiye seng'enje mbura nero ubuye bitakabike omong'ina basikaria ngatuma ete nachiri kurigera bitume byao mbyameti arafu amakonda
utagotiga gutena kina abugire kona goche kiga nabo gete mambia byachanchiru
amakonda achira kuri ebituma obukende bano no bwachira amakonda imogete
kero obukende bokali nari na makonda akoimuka
bone siri ne omong'ina basikaria ntagete toimoke mapema kenda etuke kurukunga enokem agrovet ego
wanyeruka
enokem agrovet ego toko mochubo songo no konyora mariogo aya gwita makonde amariogo yoboke una chingende chibona cyangiri kuri gisaiga
manyarora kyakakire kuri gisa kobarire
oyo buri obuya ogosiarire bituma byao bichenje bibe bimwam
amina
tari obuyo bwoka babwate bakachindagira chechombe babwate bakamariogo yechombe babwate kirege na eta moisonde gari ngaro ng'ombe yao nero ngayangire kunyarika ngabwata magecha
ngokisibiande kolinde gote ngokisiberia amache
yayo mong'ina omugeremi bwonchorire na enokem agrovet
amina
nikimaine tarira enokem agrovet ime yumuchukisi ilionyora mariogo yugusiarire bimeri indagera nichi supplement chietugo empego yetugo amariogo yugusiarire kenyambi chimbusuro amoyo ebichuchu byogotuga banyore asinyumba ya Kisii Kenyoro Farmers Cooperative Society angena Market Plaza Orusageronde Nigorore opposite Shell Petrol Station, formerly Falcon Petrol Station. Naboigo, Bachagiro Rosagironde, Ensemo ya Jogo, Angena Jogo Primary School. Gusoba Keresimi, Eno